Let me give you the teams then in full. Lee Camp in goal, the back four, Brendan Maloney, Greg Halford, Danny Collins and Dan Harding. Simon Gillett in front of them. In front of him, Radi Majewski, Adlen Gediura, Lewis McGugan and Andy Reid. The lone striker, Dexter Blackstock. Bristol City have Tom Heaton in goal. Back four, Mark Wilson, Liam Fontaine, Louis Carey, and at left back, Greg Cunningham. In midfield, Richard Foster, Cole Scouse, Stephen Pearson and Martin Wolford. And up front, John Stead and Albert Adoma. Right from the back. Here's Reid. Little touch around the corner to Blackstock. Goes for the return ball, which gets rather tied up under Reid's feet. Chases after it left-hand side. Now finds Majewski, bit of space. Edge of the penalty area. Majewski turning over across. Blackstock stretching, but into the side netting. As he made contact with it well beyond the far post in the end, Blackstock.
Just you wouldn't have called it even half a chance for Blackstock, but it was a decent ball by Majewski, and it was good thinking and positive thinking by him.
Here's Maloney, that's a good ball. Inside right channel for McGugan, who's run through from midfield. Shirt being held by Scouse, goes on into the penalty area and shoots. It's blocked by Scouse, and it's over the bar for a corner, the first of the game. Andy Reid goes across to take from Forest right. So the left-footed in-swinger, Majewski's got across if Reid wants to take it short, but there are two defenders marking that corner, marking the short option. It's headed half away as Reid gets it in. Now Majewski turns the ball, he's just over the bar. 16 yards on his left foot, back to goal, swivel, and it drops onto the roof of the net. It did not miss by much. It remains 0-0, but Forest are testing Bristol City out early doors here at the City Ground. And we've gone over halfway in the first half. Forest winning with McGugan down the left-hand side, gives it to Reid, tucks it back into McGugan, edge of the penalty area now for Lewis McGugan, trying to drift away from challenges, still got it, forced wide, still got it, lays it back, looking for Dan Harding, who couldn't take it in his stride.
Here comes Fontaine, the centre-half, trying to find Stead, but instead Godior intercepts and inadvertently directs it to Dan Harding at left-back. There's a good turn,
and forward towards Blackstock. Good ball, one-footed Fontaine. Blackstock though forced wide right. Needs help and gets it in the shape of McGugan running inside right channel and crossing from the byline. And the block is from Cunningham. Harding chips one forward. Majewski gets to it 10 yards inside the Bristol City half. Reid makes the run outside him to his left. Majewski gives it to him. Harding's continued to make a powering run forward. Reid still on the ball. Crossing, aimed at Blackstock. Off Blackstock's head and goes wide. Great cross from Reid. Blackstock in exactly the right position, under pressure admittedly from 2 or 3 defenders, and couldn't direct the header goalwards. He's going to stop play with a drop ball. I have to admit I didn't see what happened for the play to be stopped and the drop ball. I guess somebody got injured, but there's nobody on the floor, and the ball is dropped and Greg Cunningham has won it and has just run straight through. Forest, sure whether they weren't ready for the drop ball or what was the case, but now tempers have flared and 1 or 2 are in the face of Greg Cunningham, because he was on the ball and he was ready, and as soon as the ball had dropped, touched the floor, he raced onto it, raced through and was then brought down. It'll be a free kick to Bristol City for the foul on Cunningham, but Forest are furious, I guess claiming that either they were expecting Cunningham to give them the ball back and therefore they weren't contesting the drop ball, or they just weren't ready, but I guess it's the former.
Yeah, Cunningham not actually being a very good sportsman there, causing an incident. Let's see if that one will liven up the game a bit more, but Andy Reid went barging into him in a stupid manner once the actual free kick had been given on Cunningham, and the referee now having a word, and Andy Reid could get a yellow card for that one.
Well, the two managers are in quite earnest conversation at the moment with the 4th official and the assistant referee on this near side, Derek McInnes and Sean O'Driscoll, both pointing out how they saw things. There's a yellow card for both Andy Reid and Greg Cunningham, and City have it once again with Albert Adoma forward towards John Stead, turning 25 yards and shooting wide in the end. Might have been saved by Lee Camp, who was scrambling across away to his right with his arm outstretched. It either deflected off the defender or Camp got a touch to it. In the end, it was a simple ball that the move broke down on, and here Blackstock chest one from Harding down and volleys it into the net, but the flag had gone up. Here's Majewski, good flick onto him down the right-hand side by Blackstock. Majewski holds it up, lays it backwards now for Maloney. Maloney striding forward, pile driver from Brendan Maloney goes just wide. Cutting in, left foot shot from the Irishman, and he must have been, well, fully 25 yards, if not a bit more than that out. And it's gone into the side netting and beyond.
Here's Majewski again with a neat ball to McGugan.
McGugan touching it off to his left for Andy Reid. Reid tries a shot from distance this time, and it's pretty much straight at Heaton, who makes a comfortable save, bashing it into the floor first time and then grabbing it as it comes back up.
And there's a great ball.
Looking for Blackstock, who's onside. It's half cleared away from him to Majewski. Gives it to Reid, edge of the box. Reid crosses back post. Blackstock gets up to nod down towards Majewski. Cleared away by Fontaine. Only as far as Gediura, 30 yards out. Closed down quickly. Gives it to Gillett. He stabs it right-hand side. This is Maloney. Forest looking more like it. Maloney lays it off for Gediura. Gediura smashes a low ball in. Ricocheting around the penalty area, but Pearson will clear for Bristol City. Halford dives in, wins it back. Ahead of Stead, now forward by McGugan towards Majewski, gives it back to McGugan, wide right, into the penalty area, goes down, this time there's more of a shout, as he's challenged a bit from behind by Cunningham, ball goes loose into Tom Heaton's arms, again I'm not sure it was a penalty, but certainly worth an appeal this time. Nigel Miller turned it down again, and now Bristol City have cleared their lines, and look how stretched the game is, suddenly they're up to the edge of the box, Adoma crossing back post, Maloney with a brilliant header away under pressure from John Stead, gets up, glances it backwards away from Stead, and it's out for a throw into Bristol City. But the home side have got a goal back. Good battling here by Cox and Gediura, and Forest are flying forward. 5 against 3. Reid has it into the path of Cox, forced wide, squares it back. Gediura has to score, and Gediura does score from 6 yards out. 19 minutes to go, and Forest lead Bristol City by a goal to nil and score their first goal on opening day for 6 years. It's Adlen Gediura who sweeps it in to finish off a classic counter-attack. Reid for Cox, Cox pulled it back, and Gediura swept home. Calm finish, cool finish, Forest in front. Reid or Gediura, 14 minutes to go. Great position this, 3 or 4 yards outside the D. The wall is lined up a couple of yards inside the penalty area.
Hit the target.
Fans chanting Reedy's name. Lewis McGugan asking if he can change the rules and come back on. And Forest 1-0 ahead. Dan Harding makes a run down the left-hand side. Here comes the free kick. Referee's whistle. Reid moves first. Left foot curler. Oh, magnificent save from Tom Heaton. One-handed. And he got that hand up. It was flying in the top corner from Reid. Great effort from Reid. He could not have picked it up and placed it better. As Forest play it neatly through Collins to Gillett, and now Harding out of defence. Harding forward, all along the ground down the left-hand side to Blackstock, who tucks it infield to Cox, who's into the penalty area at an angle. Tried to shot across, it ricochets onto the defender. Appeals handball, nothing given. Now it falls for Blackstock to shoot over the crossbar. Here is the aforementioned former Doncaster man, Simon Gillett, winning it well and feeding Majewski inside the centre circle, forward towards Blackstock, controls it, rather got caught up under his feet, but it's fallen still for Cox. Cox plays it to Reid down the left-hand side. Reid, little ball into the penalty area, lovely 1-2 with Majewski. Reid tight angle, squares it across, beaten away well by Greg Cunningham. Now here's Cunningham crossing, aimed at Adoma, headed away by Harding. Wilson needs to be put under pressure as it comes out towards him. He gives it to Marvin Elliott. Elliott goes backwards for Skews. Midway inside the Forest half again now. Now here's Louis Carey from the right, swinging over a high cross. Man arriving late, sends it across the face of goal, dangerously. That was Anderson who got on the end of it and swept it across the face of goal. And I think everybody thought it was going out for a goal kick. And about a yard out, it rolled across the 6-yard box before it was cleared away by Danny Collins.